Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and the series of Copilot monthly roadmap features. My name is Usman. I'm a cloud solution architect at Microsoft, a productivity coach, and a newbie at YouTube. In this series, my goal is to select and collect those features that will make you productive, your teams efficient, and your organization AI ready. This month, I have selected 7 features for you, and the sixth one is the coolest feature. I know it's a hook, everyone does that, but nevertheless, I have organized all my features in chapters so you can pick and choose the one that is more closest to you. By the way, if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please do so. It really helps the channel as well as energizes me to bring more features for you in coming months. Let's get started. Now, one thing I say to everybody that when you work with Microsoft 365 Copilot, you're not just working with AI, you're working with the latest models yet available. Everyone these days talks about GPT-5, and the good news is GPT-5 is included in Microsoft 365 Copilot from day one. That gives you more accurate and precise information with the automatic selection of deep reasoning embedded into the system, which means when you interact with your assistant, which is Microsoft 365 Copilot, you don't need to worry about is it a deep reasoning prompt that you're asking or is it a simple information that you are retrieving from the engine. Now, GPT-5 does it for you. You simply need to know how to prompt, and GPT-5 Copilot together, they will make a decision when to go deeper and when to stay on the surface to provide you quicker responses. Let me brief you more information about GPT-5 and the inclusion of it within Microsoft 365 Copilot. So here I am in my Copilot chat and I've turned on GPT-5 for me. If I ask Copilot a simple prompt, Copilot is going to respond me fast because Copilot will decide not to use GPT-5 processing behind the scene and the responses will be much faster given to me. But on the other side, if I ask a prompt to Copilot that might need deeper research, for example, in this case, I ask Copilot to generate a change management plan for me, and I also have some specific needs. I ask for phase timeline, RASI model, and also communication cadence. You can see here, this prompt requires Copilot to perform deeper analysis and then come back with the response back to me. This is a great possibility because in this case, we will be environmental friendly and also Copilot will decide at runtime when it has to do to perform deep reasoning and when it has to give you responses much quicker. I really love it. Have you ever thought of having an assistant who, without your asking, knows your preferred way of reading, perceiving information, as well as your way of writing emails, and other documents? Now, with Microsoft 365 Copilot preference feature, your AI knows your style, your tone, and the way how you structure information. For example, Microsoft Copilot remembers the way how you normally respond back to your customers, partners, or even friends and family. It also remembers the way how you want to perceive information so it can accurately summarize piece of information for you. All of this is done so that every conversation with AI feels like it's just made for you. I'll show you how it works. All right, so let me show you how you can customize your Copilot experience that works for you. And let me start with an experience where hopefully most of us are spending our work time, and that is in Microsoft Outlook. What I want to do here is to instruct Copilot to work for me in a way that I normally respond back to my emails and the way how I want to get summarization. To get this done, I need to go to Copilot and click on Settings, and there I have an opportunity to draft instructions. This is really a placeholder for me to let Copilot know the way how I want to get responses back from it. So, for example, when I ask Copilot to summarize, I want to keep the tone natural and approachable. Similarly, I want to have shorter version of responses and summaries back from Copilot. So anything that makes the summarization work for me, I can inform Copilot right in here. And not only this, I can bring myself into the instructions. For example, I can tell Copilot my role and the way how I normally prefer to response back. the kind of tone, and also the structure that I want out of my emails. Now, that is a great possibility for me to instruct Copilot how do I want my emails and also summarizations to happen within Microsoft Outlook. The next thing I want to share with you is to make the similar settings in my Copilot chat experience, which is going to be applicable all across Microsoft 365. This is a great possibility that allows me to instruct Copilot at once, and then I can get the advantage wherever I'm interacting with Copilot. I can go to my Copilot chat, and under settings, I see custom instructions. This is a place where I can let Copilot know what is valuable for me and again the structure of responses I want to get back. Ask yourself how many times when you interact with Copilot or other generative AI solutions, you have to tell the system the way you want to get responses back. It would be so nice if we can do it at once so Copilot will remember that in each and every interaction that we do with Copilot. For example, here you can see I have defined the tone again, the way how I want Copilot to respond back, and I can also create exclusions as well, the things that I do not want from Copilot. Ask yourself that kind of a stuff that you normally delete or remove when you get it back from the AI. So again, this is a great possibility to customize the experiences for me so that my AI assistants start working for me. And by the way, you can always turn it off for the time being if you want to get the standard version, standard responses back from Copilot. Now that's really great with Copilot personalization feature that you can make your AI assistant work like you. But what about if AI also remembers what actually matters for you? So you don't have to repeat every time you start conversation with it. With Copilot Memory feature, it actually remembers not only your style of working, but also what matters for you. What are your goals, your team objectives, etc. With Copilot Memory, it can keep track of your activities and your preferences across different applications in Microsoft 365. So it can easily make it work for you rather than you have to remind it every time. Let me show you how Copilot Memory works and the details around it. So here I am in Copilot chat and I want to look into my Copilot memories. Under settings, I have a Copilot memory section. This is really a placeholder where I can see all memories that Copilot has captured against me. For example, I can see Copilot remembered that I have a dog whose name is Tommy. It also remembered that I have deep interest in ADCOR model, which is a change management model. This is a place where I can come and correct if something does not look right. For example, I can remove a memory from this place. I can always delete all memories that Copilot has captured. And also, I can turn off Copilot for time being if that is an intended purpose. Now, let me show you how these memories get into play when we interact with Copilot. I'm back to my Copilot chat and I want to do some brainstorming with Copilot. And I want to see how my memories are utilized by Copilot to generate response for me. For this task, I'm going to use the dictate functionality because I really like it. It speed fast my way of interacting with Copilot. Hi, I have deep interest in improving adoption of Copilot in my organization. And for that purpose, today I want to do brainstorming with you. Period. Help me draft a simple strategy for improving Copilot adoption in my organization with proven models. Now, with this, I'm instructing Copilot to do brainstorming with me. And what you're going to see is Copilot is doing heavy lifting behind the scene, but it also has done few things for me. First of all, it has captured with from the prompt that I have deep interest in adoption models, so it has actually updated the memory, which is cool because I don't have to instruct it myself. Copilot will remember that. And secondly, it has done the great job providing me with tips and tricks around the adoption strategies, but has connected that with ADCAR, which is my favorite model when you have to work with change management. So you can see here, Copilot respond naturally, but it has linked with my memories and my interest that was captured by Copilot initially. And now let's go back to my memory section and quickly confirm that Copilot actually has updated my existing memory where I said I had interest in change management model, and this time it has updated with the Copilot intrusion as well. This is a great possibility to make your AI assistant really work for you on the things that really matters for you. We talked a lot about Copilot Chat and making it work for you. Let me give you one simple tip that can make a difference. When you're working with Copilot Chat and you are having a lot of conversations, soon it will become overwhelmed for you to go back in time and find the information that you had with Copilot. With a new feature, you can go to your conversation, and all your conversations are now grouped based on different agents that you have been working with. For example, if you have been interacting with a researcher agent, you can now filter your conversation accordingly. And same goes for other agents as well. This search option is also filtered based on AI search. So you can simply search for something that you remember and you will get to know and get to your information very quickly. It's a simple functionality, but I must tell you, it's a great way to get back to what you have been working in the past with Copilot. Personally, I get fascinated and enjoy when I can read and hear information at the same time, specifically when it's important for me. Now, Copilot and Word are going to make it happen. We would be able to generate audio summaries of lengthy documents at any given time. And of course, we can always hear them in two different formats, either as a standard audio summary or in a podcast style. Let me show you how it works and how it can create value for us. I always get excited talking about audio summaries because for me, they gave me an extra opportunity to grasp details of lengthy documents. You can create these audio summaries by simply going to your OneDrive, selecting the Word document or PDF, and then using Copilot to create these audio summaries for you. And this will create audio summaries in two different formats. You can hear them straight away.
The study, The Influence of Leadership on Adoption and Value Realization of Generative AI. This work was authored.
Or you can even create a podcast style
Hello,
summary
and
as well.
welcome to an overview of how leadership is shaping the adoption and value of generative artificial intelligence across Swedish research and development teams.
Absolutely. Today we're drawing from the thesis, The Influence of Leadership on Adoption and Value.
So you realize how quickly I was able to create audio summaries, not in a style. So you realize how quickly I was able to create audio summaries, not only in a classic style, but I was also able to convert them into a podcast delivery as well. This is really great. And finally, you can always save this information into your OneDrive so you can consume later on, or even you can share with your team members. One of my favorite Microsoft Copilot feature is when I can speak to it. So I can bring my heart out and speed up the process of asking and retrieving information from Copilot. The trick is there has been something missing, the real voice conversation. And I'm happy to share that with you. This feature is about to appear for your Copilot chat as well as on your mobile phones, which would allow you to speed fast your retrieval and brainstorming sessions with Copilot. Let me show you. Here I am in my Copilot chat and my GPT-5 is turned on. But now, this time, I want to try out the real conversation with Copilot. Let's see how it works. Hi Copilot, I'm interested to know what new features are coming in Copilot chat.
That's a great question. Microsoft has been continuously expanding Copilot's features. Some recent additions have included tighter integration with Microsoft 365 apps.
Awesome, thank you. What is happening around GPT-5 in Microsoft 365 Copilot?
So, the big news is that GPT-5 is now fully integrated into Microsoft 365 Copilot. They've introduced a cool two-brain approach. So, for simple requests, it quickly responds using a high
Awesome,
throughput.
thank you. Can you also tell me what is happening around audio summaries in M365?
Microsoft 365 Copilot now has a pretty cool feature where it can generate audio overviews of your content. So whether it's documents, meetings, or
Awesome. Thank you
files,
so
you can.
much. And it's a great way of interacting with Copilot and getting the real conversation on. Now, if you're a person who needs to take feedback after a project or initiative or maybe a public talk, you might be thinking about creating surveys. Copilot can help you to create surveys without even going to Microsoft Forms. With a new survey agent, you can create efficient surveys right in your prompts, staying within Copilot chat application. Not only this, you will also be able to perform different kind of actions, configure your form, and also distribute right from the Copilot chat. Let's have a look at it. If you have ever need to create a survey or collect feedback, your choices are to go to Microsoft 365 Forms and create your survey there. But let me tell you, with Copilot Chat, we got you covered. All you need is to go to your agent store and find the new survey agent available in there. You can read the information and get comfortable, but let me tell you, this agent allows you to create surveys in the flow of work. All you need is to go to the agent, bring your intent, and tell surveys agent what you need to create on that day. In my case, I have a prompt where I'm requesting Copilot to generate a survey and also configure some possibilities around it. For example, I'm telling Copilot to perform certain cosmetic details around my survey, have a color palette, and a theme for my survey. As you can see, Copilot will do heavy lifting here and will create a survey for me. As soon as my survey is ready, you will see Copilot has provided me not only the information about what it has done, but it actually gave me a quick link to preview my form directly in the Copilot chat experience. And here I can review my form, I can add or remove questions, I can change the theme, and also configure possibilities around my agent. For example, I can decide who is able to preview and respond back to my surveys. This is a great way for me to stay in the flow of work and not leave Copilot chat, but work with the agent to create my surveys just in there.